Welcome to No Filter Auto, where we don't just review cars, we analyze the moments when an industry found its new direction. Today, we are looking at a vehicle that didn't just define a model year, it defined an entire design era. In 1949, the American automobile shed its last pre-war skin and embraced a new, modern identity. And leading that charge, with more style and confidence than perhaps any other car, was the 1949 Buick Roadmaster. Forget the separate fenders and upright grilles of the past. The 1949 Roadmaster's design was a revelation. It was one of the first true examples of pontoon styling, where the front fenders flowed seamlessly into the doors, and the rear fenders became part of the quarter panel, creating one smooth, unified shape. But Buick didn't just make it smooth, they made it sculptural. Look at the details. The iconic, massive VentiPorts, 4 portholes on each front fender hinting at the power within. The sweeping, toothy grille. The gentle, fastback-like curve of the roofline, known as the sedanette. This car didn't just look new, it looked dynamic, even while standing still. It was the automotive equivalent of a broad-shouldered, double-breasted suit, powerful, elegant, and utterly confident. Open the heavy, solid door. The cabin is a lounge of substantial luxury. Thick carpeting, expansive bench seats upholstered in rich broadcloth or leather, and a dashboard that sweeps across the car in a unified, futuristic curve. This environment was a sanctuary of post-war prosperity. For the successful executive or doctor, this interior wasn't about flashy chrome, it was about solid, comfortable, well-crafted space. It communicated stability, achievement, and good taste. It was a calm, well-insulated world away from the hardships of the previous decade. Now, let's talk about the engine that earned those VentiPorts. Under that long, sweeping hood lay Buick's masterpiece, the fireable 320 cubic inch straight-8 engine. With 150 horsepower, it was one of the most powerful and effortlessly smooth engines available to the public. The sensation wasn't of explosive speed, but of limitless, silent torque. You pressed the accelerator, and the 2-ton Roadmaster gathered itself and surged forward with a serene, unstoppable force. Paired with Buick's legendary Dynaflow automatic transmission, the first true torque converter automatic, the drive was seamless, quiet, and profoundly relaxing. This was a car built to dissolve continents. So, what was its competition? It sat at the pinnacle of the doctor's car segment. The Cadillac Series 62 was its flashier, more ostentatious rival. The Chrysler New Yorker was its technologically advanced competitor. But the Roadmaster carved its niche with a perfect blend of understated, for Buick, style, bulldog solidity, and that unmatched, velvet-smooth straight-8 power. It was the car for the man who had arrived, but didn't need to shout about it. The 1949 Buick Roadmaster is more than a classic car. It is the blueprint for the 1950s. It took Harley Earl's revolutionary GM design language and executed it with more harmony and grace than perhaps any other car that year. It proved that modern design could be substantial, luxurious, and deeply desirable. It wasn't just a new model. It was the new American standard. This is No Filter Auto. Is the 1949 Roadmaster the most perfectly styled car of the immediate post-war era, or is it a bloated symbol of outdated American excess? Let us know your decade in the comments.